What if the fool you've been laughing at holds the key to your spiritual journey? Picture the fool not merely as a figure of jest, but as a catalyst for profound spiritual transformation. This journey we're about to embark on delves into ancient traditions and fresh perspectives, redefining spiritual success, awakening the inner fool, and integrating this archetype into our lives. We'll explore the origins, meanings, and the intriguing duality of the fool. So, are you ready to embark on this enlightening journey of understanding the fool? The fool's journey begins in the annals of ancient wisdom. This journey, this archetype, is as old as the written word itself, if not older. It's found in the narratives of many cultures, from the jesters of medieval Europe to the tricksters of Native American lore, from the holy fools of Eastern Orthodoxy to the Zen masters, fools of no mind. The fool, in all these traditions, is more than meets the eye. He or she is not just the comic relief or the object of mockery. The fool is a mirror, reflecting back the absurdities, the contradictions, the profound mysteries of life that we often overlook in our daily routines. The fool is the one who, by not conforming to social norms, by not taking the world at face value, invites us to see reality from a fresh perspective. But what does this have to do with spirituality, you might ask? Quite a lot, as it turns out. The fool's journey is a metaphor for the soul's journey. It's a journey from ignorance to wisdom, from illusion to enlightenment, from the mundane to the divine. But the fool is not just about laughter or wisdom, it embodies duality. It's a fascinating concept, isn't it? This idea that the fool, often seen as the most simple and foolish of all, can also be the wisest and most insightful of us all. Let's delve into this duality, for it is in this paradox that we find the true essence of the fool. Picture, if you will, a coin. On one side we see ignorance, the fool's most obvious attribute. This is the fool who blunders through life, never learning from his mistakes, never gaining any wisdom from his experiences. But flip the coin, and we see another face, the face of wisdom. This is the fool who, through his seemingly aimless wanderings and nonsensical actions, stumbles upon truths that others, with their so-called intelligence, fail to see. This is the fool who, in his simplicity, understands the complexities of life better than any scholar or philosopher ever could. But why is this duality so important? Because it reflects our own spiritual journey. On our quest for spiritual enlightenment, we often start as the ignorant fool, unaware of the deeper realities of existence. We stumble, we fall, we make mistakes. But it's through these very mistakes, these blunders and falls, that we gain wisdom. We learn, we grow, we evolve. The fool's journey, then, is not just a journey of folly, but a journey of wisdom. It is a journey that embraces both ignorance and wisdom, folly and insight. It is a journey that recognizes that one cannot exist without the other, that wisdom can often be found in the most unlikely of places, and that even the most foolish of actions can lead to profound insights. And so we come to see the fool not just as a figure of ridicule, but as a symbol of our own spiritual journey. A journey that embraces both the light and the shadow, the wisdom and the folly, the profound and the absurd. The fool, then, is a mirror reflecting our own spiritual duality. The fool challenges our conventional definitions of spiritual success. A statement that sounds paradoxical, yet when we delve deeper, unfolds profound wisdom. We live in a society that often measures success by material wealth, status, and power. But the fool, in his infinite wisdom, takes us on a different path. A path where spiritual success is not about accumulating, but about letting go. It's not about reaching the top of the mountain, but rather understanding the mountain within us. So, how does the fool's journey redefine spiritual success? It all starts with a shift in perspective. Instead of seeking outward validation, the fool encourages us to look within ourselves. The fool's journey is not a journey to a destination, but a journey into ourselves. Spiritual success in this context is about self-discovery, self-realization, and inner growth. The fool's journey teaches us that spiritual success is not a destination, but a continuous process. It's about being present in the moment, embracing our vulnerabilities, and finding joy in the simplicity of being. It's about realizing that we are not separate from the universe, but a part of it. The fool's journey also reminds us that spiritual success is not about perfection, but about authenticity. It's about being true to ourselves, even if it means going against the grain, stepping into the unknown, and embracing our foolishness. It's about acknowledging our flaws, accepting our limitations, and celebrating our uniqueness. Moreover, the fool's journey teaches us that spiritual success is not about avoiding suffering, but about learning from it. It's about turning our challenges into opportunities for growth. understanding that every experience, good or bad, is a teacher. It's about finding the courage to face our fears, to confront our shadows, and to transform our pain into wisdom. In essence, the Fool's Journey redefines spiritual success by shifting the focus from external achievements to inner exploration, from attaining perfection to embracing imperfection, from avoiding pain to transforming pain. It's about realizing that the ultimate spiritual success is not about becoming something, but about unbecoming everything that isn't truly us, to reveal who we were meant to be. In the Fool's Journey, spiritual success is about discovering our true selves. So how do we integrate the wisdom of the Fool into our lives? Well, the answer lies in a threefold approach: embracing vulnerability, cultivating mindfulness, and practicing self-acceptance. Let's start with vulnerability. The Fool, in all his guises, is the embodiment of vulnerability. He steps off the cliff not out of ignorance but out of a deep trust in the universe. In our own lives, we can embody this trust by stepping into the unknown, by taking risks, and by opening our hearts to the world. This does not mean being reckless, but rather allowing ourselves to be seen, to be authentic, and to be open to new experiences. Next, let's talk about mindfulness. The Fool is fully present in the moment. He doesn't dwell on the past or fret about the future. He simply is here and now. We can learn from this by practicing mindfulness in our daily lives. This means slowing down, paying attention to our thoughts and feelings, and embracing the present moment. By doing this, we can cultivate a sense of peace and tranquility that is often lost in our fast-paced world. Lastly, we arrive at self-acceptance. The Fool is unapologetically himself. He doesn't try to be anything other than what he is. This is a powerful lesson for us. Often we judge ourselves harshly, or we try to fit into molds that society has created for us. But true spiritual growth comes from accepting ourselves, warts and all. By practicing self-acceptance, we learn to love ourselves and in turn to love others more fully. In essence, integrating the wisdom of the Fool into our lives is about stepping into the unknown with trust, being fully present in each moment and loving ourselves just as we are. By inviting the Fool into our lives, we open ourselves to profound spiritual growth. And now the final step, awakening your inner Fool. The inner Fool, you ask? It's the spontaneous, uninhibited part of us that's unafraid to explore, to question, and to make mistakes. It's the childlike innocence that sees the world as a playground full of wonder and possibility. Awakening this inner Fool can lead to profound spiritual transformation. It requires us to shed our layers of societal conditioning and to embrace the unknown. It invites us to dance freely in the face of uncertainty, to laugh in the midst of chaos, and to find joy in the simplest of things. You can awaken your inner Fool by adopting a mindset of curiosity, by making space for play and spontaneity in your life, and by learning to find humor in adversity. It's about being open, being vulnerable, and being brave enough to see the world through fresh eyes. Awaken your inner Fool and embark on the adventure of spiritual transformation. We've walked a winding path today, haven't we? We've journeyed back to the origins of the Fool, exploring its profound duality and how it redefines spiritual success. We've discovered ways to invite this archetype into our lives, to awaken the inner Fool that guides us towards transformation. These insights shed light on a truth often overlooked. The Fool is not a mere jest, but a catalyst for the expansion of consciousness. So next time you see a Fool, remember, it could be a mirror reflecting your own spiritual journey.